morning, everyone. On behalf of Douglas County, I'd like to welcome you to the official groundbreaking ceremony for the Douglas County Justice Center. I'm Jennifer Davidson, County Manager, and I have the honor as serving as your Master of Ceremonies today. This is a proud and historic day for our community. What we do here today marks the culmination of over a decade of thoughtful planning, collaboration, and shared commitment to justice, public safety, and excellence in service to the people of Douglas County. Before we begin our program, I'd like to invite everyone to please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. All right. This project began as a conversation over a decade ago, when the county recognized that the current judicial and law enforcement center had reached its capacity and could not accommodate the future needs of our growing community. Through site evaluations, public engagement, budget analysis, and feasibility studies, it became clear that the most cost-effective and sustainable path forward was the construction of a new facility on this beautiful site. One that reflects our aspirations and addresses the critical needs of our community for the foreseeable future. Today's groundbreaking marks the beginning of construction for a justice center that will serve our residents for generations to come. It will house our courts, justice partners, and public safety stakeholders, and uphold the rule of law in a 21st century Douglas County. We're joined today by current and former project team members who worked hard to bring their vision to life. As this project has a long, storied history, I have many team members to introduce and thank. Please hold your applause until the end. I will start with the distinguished members of the judiciary. The Honorable Judge Howard McKibben joins us today. He is a United States District Court Judge. Judge McKibben, are you in the audience? If you don't mind waving, thank you, sir. The Honorable Judge Nathan Todd Young, District Court Judge. Oh, and I'm sorry, I jumped over and I messed up precedents already. Let me do that over again. I didn't want to forget. The Honorable Judge Michael P. Gibbons, Chief Judge of the Nevada Court of Appeals, is with us today as well. Judge, thank you. And now, the Honorable Judge Nathan Todd Young, our District Court Judge. Thank you, sir. The Honorable Judge Thomas W. Gregory, District Court Judge. Thank you, Judge Gregory. The Honorable Judge Lori Trotter, Justice of the Peace for the East Fork Justice Court. Thank you. The Honorable Judge Thomas Perkins, Retired Justice of the Peace for East Fork Justice Court. Thank you, Judge. And I'm not sure, but I'm going to introduce him, the Honorable Judge Paul Gilbert, Retired Justice of the Peace for the East Fork Justice Court. Oh, he's serving for you right now. He's in court. All right. Well, he's with us in spirit. Thank you. Someone had to hold down the fort. All right. I'm now going to move on to our justice partners and public safety stakeholders, including District Attorney Mark Jackson. Thank you, sir. Douglas County Sheriff Dan Coverly. Thank you, sir. Retired Douglas County Sheriff Ron Perini is with us today. Thank you, sir. And finally, members of the Douglas County Commission, past and present, including our chairwoman, Charla Hales, Vice Chairman Mark Gardner, Commissioner Wes Rice, Commissioner Danny Tarkanian, thank you, and Commissioner Nathan Tolbert was unable to join us today. He was taking his son to college and he sends his regrets. Former Commissioner Doug Johnson, I thought I saw you. Yes, he's waving. Hi, sir. Former Commissioner Greg Lynn is also with us. Former Commissioner Dave Nelson, did I see you in the audience? No. Former Commissioner Walt Noasad. Former Commissioner Barry Penzel said he would be joining us today. No. Former Commissioner Steve Thaler. And former Commissioner Larry Walsh. I definitely saw him. There he is. All right. Each person I listed played a, well, give a round of applause for our distinguished guest. Each person I listed today played a key role in moving this project forward at a critical point in its history. They are all visionary leaders who remain committed to providing quality public service, creating a safe community, ensuring access to justice, and promoting public trust and confidence in the judicial system. We thank them for their efforts and their leadership. All right, moving on. I do just want to take a moment. I was told that Nevada State Assemblyman Ken Gray may be joining us this morning. Is he here? Oh, you're right in front of me, sir. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, Governor Joe Lombardo was unable to join us today, but he did say he was going to be sending a representative from his office. Is that individual present? No. Oh, hi. Yay, good to see you. You must be Mr. Tedford. Yes, sir. All right. Did you have any comments prepared this morning? I'm sorry, you and I were not able to connect until now. Okay, perfect. We're excited to have you. Thank you so much for coming. All right. So with all the formalities taken care of, and I apologize, we're not as organized as we otherwise could be, but at least it's entertaining. Okay. All right. As I look around the audience joining us today, I see many past and present leaders of our community. Unfortunately, I am unable to introduce everyone, and I'm sure I missed somebody important. But on behalf of our project team and the Douglas County Commission, we thank you for your presence and continued support of this project. Of course, a project of this scale doesn't happen in isolation. It is the result of partnerships between elected leaders, the judiciary, dedicated county staff, design professionals, and construction experts, all committed to a single goal: building a justice center that reflects the needs and values of the people we serve. Today, we're honored to be joined by individuals who have played pivotal roles in shaping this project and in strengthening the institutions it represents. I will now invite our speakers to share their reflections, insights, and hopes for what this new facility will mean to our community. It is my honor at first to introduce our first speaker, who has been a guiding presence in our judicial system for decades. As Justice of the Peace for the East Fork Township, he led with integrity and fairness. His insight and advocacy helped shape the early vision for this facility. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Judge Tom Perkins, retired Justice of the Peace.
This is only going to take about an hour. And before I begin, I'd like to announce that I am not going to run against Judge Young. So we started this conversation about 13 or 14 years ago. And what happened is we recognized that there was a need, and we started having meetings. Sheriff Perini came to every single one of them, and he always told me to keep going. And I would have dropped it a long time ago if it hadn't been for that. And Mark was always there. Judge Young and Judge Gibbons supported it. Scott McCullough, the powerful force of will, and the guys that were on the commission at the time were very supportive too. And we actually talked about floating a bond on the ballot. And I read the tea leaves, and I didn't think we could win. And Scott was so disappointed in it. But so I figured out the only way to get this building built was to leave the building. And that's what I did, and here we are. So most of the ideas I had are gone. Although, you know, the sheriff needs this project as much as the courts do, because the sheriff's office has a critical need for space, and they'll be able to use the space in the existing facility. And I'll never forget how excited I was as a young attorney, Judge McKibben, walking into that brand new courthouse some 45 years ago and working with you and Judge Robinson and the other people then. It was an exciting time. It was a state-of-the-art facility, and we just kind of outgrew it. And now we're going to have another one. So I'm about to quit talking, which I think you'll all be relieved to know. But since I no longer hold an office, I have to, I think my job today is partly to be a witness. And when I say that, what I'm saying is that when people come to court, they always show us, they put their best face forward. And we need a place to work, but we need an institution that the public can have confidence in. And it took the right combination of county administration, the leadership on the board of commissioners and the courts, the support of the broader community. But when I talk about being a witness, what I want to tell you is that I have seen the people who work in these courts in this community, and I've seen the better parts of their nature, and I want to vouch for their character and their integrity and their dedication to making this community, to doing their part in making this community what it is. And I want to thank you all for being here today, and I want to compliment the people whose leadership made this happen. Thank you very much, and thank you for including me.
All right. Thank you, Judge Perkins. I've been informed I missed a couple former commissioners in the audience, and I do apologize. Barbara Smallwind has joined us, and also Dave Brady in the back. Thank you so much. I told you guys I knew I was going to miss someone. All right. Our next speaker currently serves as District Court Judge for the 9th Judicial District. His leadership and judicial wisdom continue to inspire confidence in our justice system and in this project. Please welcome the Honorable Judge Nathan Todd Young.
Good morning. I'm Todd Young, and I worked for you. I begin every jury trial when we get the panel of people coming in to select from the community the members of the jury. I begin every jury trial with that statement and tell those people not only who I am, but importantly, the fact that I work for you. Now, I haven't been introduced one extra time. I guess I have to make this really good. You know, if you give an old trial lawyer an opportunity to speak and you tell them they have 5 minutes, they'll spend the first 4 minutes telling you how unfair that is. And the next 10 minutes explaining that they're just summing up right now. So, we started this process this morning with the Pledge of Allegiance. And I would ask you all to think for a moment how many times you've done that in your lives. How many times you stood before the flag of the United States of America and put your hand over your heart and made a solemn vow, given an oath, a promise to the country, a promise of who you are and what you will do. And that promise ends with the phrase, with liberty and justice for all. That's what this building is about. This building is about providing a place to provide liberty and justice for all, to honor that oath. Liberty and justice for all is available only when there is access to that liberty and justice for all. This building will provide access to the community, access to our neighbors, access for everyone, for all, to have that promise of liberty and justice. Not only will we have an air conditioning system that actually works, I hope, I'll ask Cor about that later, right? But we will have a place where the community can come to have their disputes resolved in a peaceful way. That's not a sign of anything I have to say. But it's a place for the community to know that the promise of liberty and justice is being fulfilled. It's a place where, again, neighborly disputes can be resolved, where offenses against the community are resolved, where justice is meted out, and where it's done in a peaceful, thoughtful, respectful way. All of the effort that's been put into the building that's going to go right here has been designed to make certain that there is access to justice for all. That's what's going to happen in this building. That's the design. That's the intent of all of us who worked so hard to try to make this happen. And it will be a place where you, as the community, will see the people who work for you, like myself, like the other judges, like all of the county officials, the deputies thereof, will go to work every day with the intent of providing to you liberty and justice for all. I thank you very much for supporting this project. I want you all to come back for the ribbon cutting when we open the doors. Thank you for being here today.
Design excellence is at the heart of this project, and the vision behind the design comes from TSK Architects. TSK believes public service matters. Through a deep commitment to community and a focus on civic architecture, they help shape the future of governance and public service. Please join me in welcoming Jonathan Reichert, Principal with TSK.
Good morning, everyone. As Jennifer said, my name is Jonathan Rickert. I'm with TSK Architects, and what a wonderful day that we have here. At TSK, we really do love to work on projects that build communities and that serve communities. And this project is a great example of that. Now, I can't say nearly as eloquently as Judge Young everything that this Justice Center is and the opportunity that it is for this community. And so I'll just say instead, thank you for the opportunity that you've given us as a firm to take part in the history of Douglas County and the history of the rule of law here. And may it really just be for the blessing and the benefit of generations to come. So thank you very much for giving us that opportunity.
Every successful project relies on capable hands and steady execution. Core Construction brings decades of expertise and a reputation for excellence in civic and public safety construction. With a strong presence in Northern Nevada and a commitment to local workforce engagement, they are helping build a facility that reflects the history of our community. Please welcome Travis Combs, Vice President for Northern Nevada Core Construction.
Good morning, everybody. I'd first off like to thank county staff for providing the step stool because these short legs don't do so good with tall stages. No, I'd like to start off. I don't have any prepared comments, so you'll have to bear with me, but I'll keep it short. I wanted to start off and acknowledge the work that's been done up to this point with county staff, judicial staff, our partners at TSK Architects. It's been a tremendous collaborative effort. I think we all had a very clear picture given to us that we have one opportunity to get this right. So the level of effort and the thought that's been put into this up to this day has been very intentional and very purposeful. So I appreciate all the input and the commitment that has been brought to the table by all parties. It is a true blessing for us to be here today. I look out in the audience and I see a number of very familiar faces, and those familiar faces date back, 13, 14 years ago now. And over those years, we have just developed a tremendous relationship with Douglas County, and it's something that we are so thankful for. That relationship has been built based on trust and a mutual accountability and an understanding of each other. This is honestly, don't tell any of our other clients this, but this is our very favorite place to work in the entire state of Nevada. very happy to be here, especially as the contractor. We're the lowest guy on the totem pole. We show up wearing jeans and boots. All the effort that's been put into place up to this point has been tremendous, but now we're excited to have our chance to take a swing at the ball. We understand how valuable and how important this project is for the community. We understand that we're a public sector builder, and we take true pride, and it's a privilege to work on projects like this that are going to make a tangible impact in the community. So with that, thank you for your trust, and we won't let you down, I promise.
And last but not least, I am pleased to introduce the chairwoman of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners. Chairwoman Charla Hales has brought strategic leadership, civic mindedness, and a passion for good governance to this project and to her role. Please welcome Chairwoman Charla Hales.
It's wonderful to be here on this site and see those mountains behind us. This is what I had in mind every time we talked about this Justice Center. At $65 million, this will be the largest capital project in the history of Douglas County. As commissioners, it has been our heavy responsibility to ensure that the need for this building justifies the huge expense. Justice is one reason we have government. The preamble to our Constitution includes, "We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and ensure domestic tranquility to establish this Constitution." Providing justice is usually done at the local government level, and it is our responsibility to make sure we have the facilities that can be done well. In comparing this Justice Center to the hugely successful and less expensive community and senior center, it seems that a lot fewer people might use this building. You may be thinking that you probably won't use it. But when people need justice and the rule of law, their needs are acute, and they are often in life-altering situations. You don't know when you or someone you love may be the victim of a crime and will come to this building seeking redress, fairness, and resolution so that you can heal and move forward. You don't know when you or someone you love may have your property or your business infringed on and need adjudication of differences so you can get on about your lives and your work. You don't know when someone you love may commit a crime and come to this building seeking fairness and a path forward, working through the consequences. All of these situations and many others require our government to have an effective place to meet these critical needs. We, as a Board of Commissioners, are convinced that our obligation to provide justice requires this building. We've been intentional about the name of the building. It is not the courthouse, although it will have courtrooms in it. It is not the law enforcement center, although it is integral to the rule of law. It is the Justice Center, a name that reflects its noble purpose. We've been deliberate about the design of the Justice Center. Our Justice Center will have a lot of windows. It will have a lot of natural light. Most of the rooms will have natural light, bringing a warmth to it. Although those stairs out front give the look and feel of a courthouse, that's all they do, because you don't have to climb stairs to get into the building. So people of all mobility levels will be able to go right into the building. From the large lobby, people can look out and see our mountains, which those in the valley love looking at and those at the lake love living in. The natural beauty of our surroundings offers comfort and peace, and those views will be an important part of our Justice Center and the experience of justice for those who enter the building. As a county commission, we are very grateful for many people who have brought us to this point. We appreciate David Park, who sold us this land, this perfect land for this project, at a substantial discount. We are grateful for County Manager Jennifer Davidson, Sheriff Coverly, District Attorney Mark Jackson, and all of our judges for their hard work in planning meticulously to make sure that every dollar spent is done efficiently and for the good of this building and the people of this county. We appreciate our architects, our builders, our project manager, Scott McCullough. We appreciate Kathy Lewis for getting us the best possible financial deal. We have an excellent team bringing this building forward, and we are confident that we are building a solid foundation to bring justice to the people of this county for many years to come. Thank you.
All right, that concludes this portion of the event. I want to thank all of you, our judges, elected officials, law enforcement partners, county staff, project team members, and our citizens for the work, input, and leadership that made today possible. The Douglas County Justice Center will be more than a building. It will be a place where justice is served, where people find resolution, and where our democratic values are lived out each day. Let this groundbreaking remind us that when we plan with intention, partner with purpose, and lead with integrity, we build not just facilities, but a brighter future for all. All right, at this point in our proceedings, we are going to go to some groundbreaking photos. We now invite our speakers, current members of the Board of County Commission, and key project stakeholders to join us for the ceremonial groundbreaking. If you're on the list for the photo, please make your way toward the shovels west of the stage. For everyone else, thank you for being here today and for continuing to support a just, safe, and vibrant Douglas County. Now let's go break some ground.